This is incredible. This is something that I am super inspired about.
Janine Sonis, the Colorado native, off the cross. Denver Summit, the first.
Flint took it away and puts it away.
It's the first ever win for the Denver Summit.
If there's a motto that should be branded across women's sports, is build it and they'll come.
Sonis fires and scores. Janine Sonis.
This is the best show I've ever seen. The fireworks, the fans, the rainbow. Incredible. This is something special.
This is Bright from Denver toward Frazier! Ellie Frazier is first for her hometown club.
We're content with the ambition and the drive and the hunger to continue to improve.
Welcome to Denver Summit FC Pitchside. I'm Lionel Bienvenu, along with Brady King and Nick Rothschild, and we are here every Friday to connect you to Denver's newest pro sports franchise, bringing you anything and everything happening with the Summit. And well, we have no match results to talk about. The table is still set the same, as we are still on World Cup and international break until July 3rd, when the Summit will host the Kansas City Current at Dick's Sporting Goods Park. So Brady, the Summit is looking to stay hot when they get back. They won 3 of their last 4 matches going into the break.
Yeah, they did. It really felt like this team was starting to find a rhythm before the break. The lineup was settling in, the chemistry was growing, and the results were starting to follow. Now, 8 players were called up for international duty, while the rest of the roster got a chance to reset, recharge. And on the club's new training facility, that continues to take shape. Lindsay Heap's expected to arrive soon, so there's a real sense of momentum around this team as they prepare to host Kansas City on July 3rd. The Current had the best record in the league last season. It's a very experienced roster that wants a championship, so a great test for the Summit right when they return.
I'm bored. I want the Summit to come back, man. This break's too long. Can we get some
Patience, my friend, patience.
Honestly, thank goodness for the Men's World Cup. I'm jonesing over here for soccer action. Obviously, I can't wait for the Summit to get back on the pitch, but at least I can settle for Mbappe, Haaland, Messi in the meantime. Well, speaking of soccer stars, Denver may have a few rising stars among the rookies on this team, so let's take a moment now to continue getting to know the Summit youngsters and meet the rookies.
Probably the most influential people in my soccer journey this far have been my parents and my 3 older brothers. My dad and 2 of my brothers both played in college, so just growing up, going to their games and just like hearing about their experiences definitely influenced my passion for the game. Jazz, what stood out to you about Denver Summit?
I think the sports culture in Denver is like amazing with the 6 men's professional teams they have, and I was really excited to be a part of the inaugural soccer team, but also the first women's team in Denver. Liv, 1 word to describe your playing style.
I'd say whimsical. I just really go with the flow. Jordy, finish this sentence. In my rookie season, I want to
make my best friends for life.
Aww. That was really cute.
What is something that fans would be interested to know about you?
Ooh.
I can speak Japanese. Yeah, that's it.
Bilingual queen, yes.
Does everyone have a pregame hype song?
What's yours, Nat?
I listen to Jump Around by House of Pain that's like the last song I listened to before game day. Last year was my goal song.
Do you dance to it, or you just like listen and
no, I just listen, but I do know all the words to it.
Are you guys like dancing around getting hype, or are you like in your locker, like just like with your AirPods in listening to your own music?
Depends on the vibes of like.
I'm in my locker.
I'm usually in my locker.
I'm kind of like had AirPods in, like focus.
Focus?
Yeah.
I like to listen to Don't You Worry Child by Swedish House Mafia.
Nice.
It's a good one, yeah. Devin, what part of your game are you most proud of?
My variety of like passes I can play. Like short distance, long distance, different technique on the ball,
I'm most excited to play with y'all and, hopefully score some goals, do my job, get to work, okay? Grind it out, yeah.
I am most excited to just play in front of the fans.
I'm excited to just, see my parents after the games and win a lot of games. I'm really excited to hopefully win a championship and bring it back to Denver.
Yeah, I'm just really excited to play in such a high-level league with against high-level players and with all my teammates and play in front of the Denver fans. So many things to be excited about. Yeah.
Well, rookies are always a question mark on any team in every sport. You think they're going to be good, but you don't know if they're going to be good. And so when rookies contribute to the success of a team early on, suddenly it's like, whoa, we got something here. The future looks bright and for years to come.
Well, they're not just contributing. I'd say the Summit's success at times has hinged on those rookies. Look, Devin Lynch has started every match in the midfield. Natalie Means provided serious spark after they dropped back-to-back games. And in that very last match before the break, Coach Cushing might have found something playing both Melissa Kersler and Olivia Thomas up top. So these rookies are making for an exciting present and, as you mentioned, Lionel, a very bright future for the Summit.
Definitely.
All right, it's time for a break right now, but when we come back, some pitchside magic. We'll introduce you to the woman in charge of getting the Summit's pitch in perfect shape ahead of match day. Every player needs a perfect pitch. And that story is next on Pitchside. Welcome back to Denver Summit FC Pitchside. And look, every soccer player needs a perfect pitch to play on. And we're going to show you the woman behind the pitch at the Summit's new Centennial Stadium.
Yeah, Lionel, the grass ain't always greener on the other side. But I can tell you, the Summit were thrilled to move into their new home this week, which included a lot of new grass to play on and a whole lot of work to make sure that grass is top shelf.
Yeah, with more than 2 decades in sports field management, Sun Roseline is the Summit's magic maker. Denver 7's Pitchside correspondent Maggie Wilansky joins us now with Sun's story. Maggie.
It's a labor of love and a job Sun didn't even know existed until college. Now she tells me it's her ultimate dream job.
A job that all comes down to the perfect pitch. Sun Roseline.
We're going to head over to the irrigation clock and run a little water here on pitch 1.
Is the director of grounds for Denver Summit.
We say often that we're like elves. All of our work is done before the gates open, so as people think it's magic that this is what they walk into, but there's actually a lot that really goes into it.
With Centennial Stadium as her new office.
A little over 87,000 square feet. Yeah, it took over 400 rolls of sod to lay out here. And those are big roll sods, so they're 4 feet long by 50 feet wide.
Her love for the grounds kicked off in college.
Well, I grew up in Arizona, ended up going to college in Kentucky, and I really enjoyed it there. That's where I discovered turf grass management. But I had to get back out west. I need more sunshine in my life, and I'd always wanted to live in Denver. So
when you touch grass, what feelings do you feel?
Is there anything better? Seriously, it's a great color. It's cool to the touch, which is nice even on a hot day.
These blades of grass were destined for the world's biggest stage.
Grown in Platteville, Colorado, just up the road. They had 4 fields altogether. 1 went to Atlanta, 1 went to Houston, and 1 went to Dallas, and the 4th one went to Denver, right here. So we're standing on grass that was prepared to get installed at a World Cup facility.
Now there is skill under our feet.
If we were to walk down this light stripe, for instance, and turn around on this exact spot and look back, see how it's dark? Like light dark, that's just because the grass is laying in that direction. So
getting into this field of work, Sun discovered she was breaking new ground.
There aren't very many women who do what we do in turf grass management. Overall, all the turf grass managers in the country who are members of the Sports Field Management Association, only 4% are female. And that percentage is even smaller in golf course managers.
But it's simple science. Grass needs sun, and she's all in.
I think I'm the only female director in professional soccer. So to be at this level it's a lot. It's really exciting. I don't know that I can really actually find the words for it. It's huge.
Because here, the grass truly is greener. Maggie Wilansky, Denver 7.
As you can see, so much goes into making sure things are good to go for match day and peak player performance. So shout out Sun for this heavy lift. It was an honor being able to share your story.
It's amazing what Son and other groundskeepers, like in every sport, can do. I mean, I take care of my lawn the best I can, right? And there's always weeds and brown spots, and to see a perfect pitch, it just makes me jealous. I'm like, why can't I do this? It's amazing how they do it.
Yeah, Maggie, did you get Son's number? I'd like her to stop by my house when she's
and do some of your yard work.
Yeah, I mean, mine's a lot smaller. How long should it take?
Yeah, like a personal trainer for your lawn. Can she come over and help?
Amazing. Please.
Yeah, wonderful.
So it sounds like none of us have the green thumb up here. I can barely remember to water my flowers a couple times a week. But Son is a true superstar. That's a great story, Maggie.
Yeah, thanks, Maggie. All right, time for another break, but up next we'll visit with Summit defender Megan Reid. She has an absolutely incredible, heartbreaking, and inspiring story of how she got to Denver and also playing the highest level of women's soccer. So that's next. Stay with us on Pitchside. Welcome back to Denver Summit FC Pitchside. And our goal on the show is to connect you to the club, introduce you to the players, find out who they are, how they got here, Brady. All these players have a story. All of them dreamed of playing pro soccer when they were kids. But not all of them took the route that Summit defender Meg Reid did.
Yeah, today Reid is a leader for the Denver Summit, helping to build their stout defense. But before breaking into the league, she had to make sure that soccer was the right place to pour her passion. Nick, you spoke to Reid recently about her remarkable journey to Denver.
Yeah, in college at the University of Virginia, Reid would have told you her path was obvious. Play soccer until you can't play no more. She loved the game, as did her dad. And that bond was actually the catalyst for her to step away from the pitch.
He was always one to keep me very humble.
Long before Meg Reid joined the Denver Summit, she was kicking soccer balls around with her dad.
I think sports in general was just like what we shared. It like made me strive to be as perfect as possible, because that way, you know, when you fall short, you're still great.
Do you remember his best piece of advice?
In life, I want you to be able to say, okay, what are the things that are important to me? What are the things that I value? Write them down. And then if you can find a career where you can check off most of those boxes or all of those boxes, like you're going to feel the most fulfilled.
At the University of Virginia, Reid thought soccer checked all those boxes. She was headed towards being drafted in the NWSL before her dad passed away, and soccer lost its luster.
You lose a parent, you go through a tough time. So every time I touched the soccer ball or things like that, like I was just like, this is what I did with my dad. So for me, I really was trying to connect with him, but at the same time, like process my grief. And so one of the last pieces of advice he gave me, right, like to go through, check your values. When I told him all my values, he goes, how do you feel about like firefighting?
Reid took her dad's advice and committed herself to serving others.
So it like kept me very preoccupied while also kind of honoring his last piece of advice to me.
What was the most fulfilling part of devoting yourself to that, to the service of EMT and firefighting?
You're there for people on their worst day. And it's how can you get them to crack a smile, or how can you get like family members to feel a little bit better about something that, you know, might be really bad that's going on. And I had a really special group that was there for me every day. So when we went through tough things, like it was amazing to have them by my side, but also at the same time be there for other people. It's like, you know, what goes around comes around, right?
In your mind, had you given up? Was soccer in your past?
Totally. I didn't touch a soccer ball for 3 years. It was completely in my rearview mirror.
That is until kick-arounds at the firehouse relit her love for the game.
I just had this complete renewed sense of joy and love for the game, like where there was no pressure, there's no, hey, you missed a goal, or hey, you missed a 1v1 opportunity, like those types of things. It was just like pure fun.
And have you been able to hold on to that?
I think so, yeah. I think when you surround yourself with really special people, and I think there's a lot of those on this team that just like remind you to have fun and to enjoy it.
What do you think your dad would say to you now?
I think he'd be extremely happy and extremely proud that I'm doing this, but I still think he'd be pushing me. I think there's like the balance of, you know, immense pride, but at the same time wanting to help me better myself and better myself for my team.
Well, Reid's already proven to be a critical cog in the Summit's backline, but it's that sort of perspective that makes her truly invaluable. We heard from Denver's rookies earlier. There's a lot of young players on this team. To have a leader like Reid to look up to learn from her experience, lean on her for advice, that's Well, that's helping to make a strong foundation for the Summit in their first season.
Yeah, I mean, she's experienced so much life at a young age, and she's truly an example of making the most of a really hard and sad situation. But what an incredible way to fall back in love with soccer. The Summit is definitely lucky to have her.
I mean, life lessons learned from Megan Reid. You can overcome heartbreak, adversity, and it's never too late to chase your dreams, never give up hope. And that's what she did. So great job on that story, Nick. And thanks to Megan for telling us her story. Okay, time for another break. But we're getting answers to your questions about the club as we connect you directly to the Summit players and coaches. And we'll let you know how you can get involved in the show and let your voice be heard. That's next on Pitchside.
To have a team for the girls. Having this team here is such an inspiration.
We are ready to cheer on a women's team just as much as a men's team and show them like Denver can do this and we can be the fan base that shows up for a women's sports team. So I think just embrace it because Denver will love hard and we love this team already.
Welcome back to the show, and as we tell you every week, Denver Summit FC Pitchside is your voice for anything and everything you want to know about the Summit.
That's right. Scan the QR code on your screen. Let us know what you would like to see on the show and any questions you might have for us, the players, or, of course, Coach Cushing.
Well, today's question is for midfielder Devin Lynch. Katie from Syracuse is on the line. She wants to know if the Duke alum has any game day superstitions.
Are you superstitious, and do you have any specific superstitions that you have to do before every game?
I'm not super superstitious, but there is like one random thing that like anytime we run on the field, we usually like run to the other side and back, and doesn't matter if my shoes are tied perfectly, I have to fully untie them and retie them every single game. Honestly, that's really the only superstition I have, but and it's a super niche one, but for some reason I did it throughout college and now I've continued to do it, so.
Okay, she's not superstitious, she's just a little stitious. But Devin, that sounds dangerous. Please tie your shoes.
Well, superstitions to me are a curious thing. I mean, unless they work every single time, like, oh, I tied my shoes and we won every match, I'm going to keep doing it.
Right.
And when they don't work, you have to change your superstition.
Correct.
For the next time. Until that doesn't work, then, all right, never mind.
Yeah, you got to throw it out the window at that point.
You nailed it.
All right, we have another viewer question for us. We got an email from Reggie from Aurora. He wanted to know if the Summit is planning to have a mascot, and what would it be? Well, as of right now, they do not have a mascot.
Correct.
But in thinking about what could be the Summit's mascot, Nick, you have some things.
Well, this comes from Rapid Man, right? The Rapids have a mascot, so naturally I feel like the Summit should probably have one. A mountain goat might work since the goat in Lindsay Heaps will be playing for the Summit for the foreseeable future. I also really like the idea of an eagle because, you know, they're soaring around the Summit. That's also a really easy one to get behind. So, or dark horse candidate, you know, the Stanford tree.
Yeah.
Do that, but make it a mountain. Case closed.
You've been thinking about this for
These
a minute.
are the things that keep me up at night. What should the mascot be for the Summit?
I like an eagle. I was just Googling because I haven't been thinking about this as extensively as Nick, but snow leopard, and get this, guys, they're really, really pretty.
I like the snow leopard, the white, and they could have the summits.
They live up in the
mountains.
mountains.
Kids would love it.
They're vicious.
Yes.
It'd be like Rocky the Mountain Lion.
They're called the
Nuggets.
ghost of the mountains because no one really sees them, but they're dangerous.
Cool.
So I like that.
Well, I'm going with you, Brady. Snow leopard, for sure. That would be
Shocking.
my choice. For mascot, right? I don't have my own idea, but yeah, Brady. All right, that's fantastic. All right, guys, thanks. Tune in every week